Monday morning, and we are going to run this truck over to alignment. As you can see, that's what we're facing with the steering wheel. I'm pretty sure the owner before me, whenever they lifted it, they obviously did not drop down your the bar that affects, you know, where your front axle is. I can't remember the technical name for it, that affects the steering wheel. And since they didn't drop that down, that basically flipped the steering wheel around, is my guess. But we'll see what alignment shop says. I know I've got one ball joint, I think, that's wore out. I'm gonna just go ahead and have them replace it because I'm so busy already as it is. And that way I could be painting the hood and the tailgate and everything while they have the truck. So let's get this dropped off, and we're gonna get back to the shop and move forward with the hood and the tailgate on this thing. And yes, that does mean we're driving with no hood. No hood, no back bumper, no tailgate. That's how we do it sometimes. So I'm sure I'm getting all kinds of funny looks that people like freak out and break down and think you can't drive a vehicle with missing body parts. All right, so we're gonna check on some bids this morning, and Ed's winning this Malibu, and we've got some movement on the Superduty. So I found a Superduty in Wilmington. There she is, Mike. I threw a bid at it for $92.50 for right now, and I've been holding all weekend at 72, then 75, and now this morning it's up to 85.
Nice. That's been mine, right?
No, I think being a long bed, it actually might help me, you know?
Yeah, I think it might help me for me to buy it.
No, it might help with the value staying down.
I'll sell the 7 tree.
Looks like it's got off-road bumper in the front. It's messed up. The wheel definitely messed up. Definitely looks like we got some severe frame, something going on at the bottom of the cab. But we will, if we actually get this truck, then we'll actually dive into it deep. So I'm not going to dive into it deep right now, but we're trying to get it. All right, sanding on this hood this morning, I was going to just point out a couple things to y'all real quick in case anybody's watching trying to learn. Of course, you've seen that in the last video, we laid our primer, okay? And then we come in and spray it down with a guide coat. So this is the guide coat I use in a rattle can. You can also get this stuff in a powder form where it's actually just brushed on. So you just take it, and we went over it in other videos. If you're new to the channel, you just dust it over your primer. You can see all your imperfections that are left behind from last week. This side's already been sanded out, so this is sanded out 180. So this is what it looks like after it's sanded out. A lot of the areas, if they were thick enough with primer, you know, you'll sand everything out smooth. It'll get rid of all the imperfections. And then some areas, the imperfection is so low that you actually end up taking a lot of it off. You know, this is the blue paint, that's the dolphin glaze, and that's the primer. So the primer basically filled down inside of, you know, right here inside of a low, if there's a low in there. And I cut everything around it flat enough down so that it's smooth, so everything's all the same height, you know. So to get this one spot, you know, you'll end up DAing, you know, all the way out to here, sanding it. But that's what it looks like when it's all taken off. Let me knock this side, a little bit area of this side out right here, and I'll show you what it looks like when you first start sanding, how you can spot your lows if you don't know. All right, so that's what it looks like whenever you first start sanding, and what you're looking for is basically these are all low spots because the guide coat's left there. That's a low. You know, this is just ran over real quick with a DA, but you can see all of the black areas are low. So that's what a good, you know, when it's sanded out, it looks like it's low. When you see this right here, so you can see all this. These are not. This is not damaging the hood. This is puddling of the primer. So this is where I sprayed the primer on really thick through here, and then it basically puddled up and dried right there. So that's what all of them are. Same with all this right here is it's real heavy orange peel puddling, basically. When you first start sanding, these are definitely going to be lows. I mean, if you know, you can clearly feel it too whenever you're actually working on it. But I just want to show you, if you see that, that's what a puddling looks like. And since it was a flat hood, I put it on really thick to try to help it fill in. A lot of this puddling area will actually get completely taken off and knocked down. That way it's level across everything. Another really good product for doing this kind of thing when you have extreme lows that you want to fill in out the gun, and you don't want to mix up. Basically, a product to fill them in is a product called slick sand. It works extremely well. It comes out thick. It's basically like a liquid body filler. Not extreme, but it can spray, a 1/16 of an inch thick or so. It's pretty nice stuff. It takes a heavier, fatter nozzle on a primer gun. So it is hard to spray out of a regular gun, but often in my situations, I don't use it that often or need it that often. So the couple times I do need it, like now, I would have loved to have it on Friday. I just spray an extreme amount of high build, let it build up kind of, and it's less product I got to keep in stock. That stuff is a bear to mix up sometimes because it settles in the bottom of the can really thick. So, but I just want to let you know, if you were working on a project, fiberglass, gel coat, anything like that had a ton of lows in it, go to your local paint store and ask for a product such as slick sand, and you'll probably be happy with that. Mike, what we about to do to this 250?
A lot of bad things. A lot of bad things.
See Mike over there hiding in his little corner? All right, so we got 250 back up on the frame machine, and it ain't got no frame problems. So what it is basically, I'm lazy, I'm old, I'm tired. So I like to work at chest height, not down low.
We don't get tired.
Mike does get tired. I'm actually surprised Mike's here, y'all. It's like 4:30 and
4:22 is not time for me to leave.
4:22, and Mike normally leaves at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
No.
So the alignment shop called me and said that it's not one ball joint, it's 2 ball joints, 2 uppers, and they want to also cut the drag length and extend it. So I asked him, I said, well, how much for you to go ahead and do the 2 ball joints and alignment? I didn't say cut the drag length. He had said that actually afterwards. And he said, you're probably looking at $700 or $800. I said, yep, I'll be on my way to pick it up. So unfortunately, even though I don't want to do these ball joints, I got to do these ball joints. And I'm not paying $700 or $800 for somebody else to do what I know how to do. So while it's up here, we're going to take the drag link out of it. Basically, when these are lifted, normally you do a drop down bracket and a drop down arm off your steering box right here. That corrects the everything from lifting it, all the geometry and everything. Somebody don't have that. So the easiest thing to do in our situation is just to come in here, cut these in half, at least the drag link, and sleeve them, and then extend them so that the steering wheel is straight. So basically, when you lift the vehicle up, then that messes up the distance of the drag link, which then puts your steering wheel all out of whack. So that's what we're gonna do. Get these big wheels off this afternoon before 5 o'clock and get it broke down, and that way tomorrow I can start fresh in the morning fighting with upper ball joints. Because if anybody's ever done ball joints on this kind of truck, this has got 6.0, but it's got basically a 7.3 body, the leaf springs and everything, they suck. So we're gonna get at it. I really feel like this is safe. They're telling me that this is not safe. Basically, they're complaining because all my wheels on my jack are not on surface.
Safe, it's just like, I don't need you tearing up my jack.
Oh, they're
OSHA. Yeah.
oh.
First was the fire department. Now it's gonna be OSHA.
Ocean?
Yeah, them too.
The ocean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like this is safe. So this is the same plywood that they build house floors out of. So if, Mike, tell me, if this is the same plywood they build house floors out of, then how is that not strong enough?
Did you ever see a fucking car in a house?
Actually, I have seen a car in a house on the news.
You ever seen sheet
Yeah.
metal?
And the floors are never tore up. It's always the walls that give out.
Don't put that shit on. You'll get a damn $2 million fine.
It's good. And I swear this shot looks upside down. So the words are the right way, but the boot's down here. What is that? What ails you, Bobby? Ed, have you seen, look at that. Like, I swear I would have put it in the other way if I was doing this. The words are literally facing the right way, but the boots are down here.
Is the other side the same one?
Yeah. I don't know. I just couldn't have done it. My OCD would have said I have to put them the other way. Kind of where Mike's at? Yeah, where's Mike at? Not here. Front door just beeped. Let's see who that is.
Thank you.
Who's that, Ed?
Your BJs.
I thought they already got dropped off.
Oh, it might be my lug nut.
Mike ain't here though. Y'all see what we doing?
What are we doing?
Ed, what are we doing?
BJs.
We're working. Guess what Mike's doing?
Not BJs.
Not working.